Right, the Champions League draw has just happened. Live reaction from us. We're going to focus on the English team. Starting in Group A, Liverpool have been drawn against Ajax, Napoli and Rangers. For me, Dan, sort of Liverpool's pedigree in Europe speaks for itself. They always get to quarters, semis, finals more in recent years. But I don't think that's set and done for them to be top. I know Ajax have gone in as top seeds, but I just think you look at those away fixtures that they've got to go to Ajax, they've got to go away to Napoli, they've got to go away to Ajax, who aren't the same without Erik ten Hag. But those are three hard away. I'm not saying they won't get through the group. I just don't think it's as set as it maybe looks down on paper. What do you think?
I think because Liverpool have had a stuttering start, it's difficult to judge them at the moment. But I just think by the time the Champions League comes round, I think they'll have a little bit of momentum again. It's Liverpool in Europe, Liverpool in the Champions League. They thrive in this competition. That they go almost a distance every time. Liverpool obviously came so close last season. I think it's one that Klopp will want after last year. He'll want to try. And Napoli have had a turbulent summer. Ajax have lost their manager. Rangers, that'll be a really interesting game. Battle of Britain. That'll be a great one to watch. But I disagree with you. I think Liverpool will come through that group pretty comfortably.
Clear leaders. Anita, what do you think?
That was such a bold prediction from you, honestly.
I'm saying they're going through. I don't think it's just cut as dry as maybe it sort of seems going into it.
No, I'm with Dan completely. I think this is definitely Liverpool's group to win, 100%. And once the Champions League does get going, I think they'll be back to normal. And there's just something about Liverpool and European nights. They always come to life, and that's what I'm going to be banking on for Liverpool to top this group easily. Ajax probably coming in second, battling with Napoli. So yeah, going Liverpool, easy ride for them.
I mean, I am saying they're getting through it. I was just trying to
make it a bit more exciting.
Maybe Rangers throw a spanner in the works. Right, let's go all the way over now to Group D. Tottenham Hotspur back in Champions League football and a dream draw. Group D, dream draw. Dan, you said lovely in your analysis at the start. They've got Frankfurt, Sporting Lisbon, Marseille. Anita, it couldn't have gone much better for them on paper.
On paper, 100%. I'm looking at Antonio Conte. I'm thinking, if you can't get past this, maybe there's a curse. Maybe there's a European curse that he's wielding at this moment in time. But this is just a group where Tottenham can look at it, and Harry Kane can potentially lick his lips and think, okay, I can potentially go for a golden boot here. Maybe not against Frankfurt. I do rate Frankfurt quite a bit. I hope that they do get an easy second place running for them. But for Tottenham and Antonio Conte, round of 16 is literally around the corner for them.
Dan, who do you think sort of Spurs should be most worried about in that group?
None of them. Frankfurt are struggling in the Bundesliga at the moment. I think that Tottenham couldn't ask for a better group. There's the Payet narrative for Marseille, obviously former West Ham player, to play in England, play against Tottenham. But I think the big thing for Tottenham here is having that group is massive for the league because the games are so bunched together now. The fact that they've got the extra option in Richarlison in the front three now, I think that group's really going to benefit Spurs in the league because it may be that when they rest someone, it'll actually be in the Champions League rather than the Premier League, and it might not have too much of an impact. You think maybe you might see Kane sat on the bench for a game because Richarlison can lead the line. Then the next game, maybe Son sits out and Richarlison goes on the left. So they've got that extra option now. I just think in Premier League terms for Spurs, that group's massive.
I just realised Tottenham have heaps of options off their bench.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm saying this in a long time. They've got heaps of options. Perisic can come off the bench. Basuma as well, who hasn't actually been starting for Tottenham recently. But Basuma can come in and play. Richarlison can come in and play. There's so many options for Tottenham here.
It's a great group.
I can't see them not coming out on top of this group. I cannot see it.
It just feels like Spurs have done everything right. Great manager. They've kept Harry Kane. They've got Human Son. They bought Richarlison for those extra options. Bought well. The squad's good. The group's great.
It's almost going too well.
It just feels like
too good.
It feels like we've set them up for a fall there, but no, they should go through that group comfortably. Group E, Anita, I'm coming to you. AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, Dinamo Zagreb. You're a Chelsea fan. Happy with the group?
Yeah, Chelsea max points, bro.
Yeah?
Nah. Nah. I do think Chelsea will come out on top for sure. AC Milan, they are formidable. They're a formidable team, and I think they would probably be the team to give Chelsea some problems.
Yes.
I would love to see Chelsea come out on top. AC Milan coming in second, and Salzburg third. Zagreb obviously coming in fourth. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy with this group. We could have gotten worse. I would have loved to have had Barcelona if we weren't in the same pot, but a nice little revenge match with all the transfer targets they've taken from us this summer. But yeah, I don't think it could have gone any better for us, so I'm happy with this.
And we look at Salzburg. We were speaking a little about Benjamin Sesko off
yeah.
air.
Yes, it'll be his swan song, won't it, for Salzburg? Probably at best, looking to get them into the Europa League by finishing third there. But the Milan-Chelsea stuff's interesting. Obviously, Giroud is at Milan. Tomori is at Milan as well. Two players that probably Chelsea fans wouldn't mind lining up for them so far this season, with devoid of a striker at the moment at the time of filming. And Tomori's just gone on and been a real superstar for Milan. Got himself in the England squad, looking to get himself in the team for the World Cup. It's a good showcase for him.
Yeah.
Tomori in there as an Englishman playing against an English team. This is his chance to show against his old team that he should maybe be starting for England with the World Cup coming up so quickly after the Champions League as well. So I think there's a couple of nice little bits in that group.
Anita, what are your expectations as a Chelsea fan going into Europe this season? Obviously, there's so much turmoil, new owners, the 11's not set, transfers coming in. What's a sort of realistic ambition for you this year?
For the Champions League, I want to at least get to a quarter-final. I know I sound a bit pessimistic, and we've gotten to semi-finals, we've gotten to finals in recent years, but realistically, this team is still in a stage of a rebuild.
Yeah.
I can't see us getting past a quarter-final. Round of 16... I hate being pessimistic, because last season I was waxing lyrical about Chelsea, thinking, we can go do it back to back. Only Real Madrid's done it, but we can be like Real Madrid. Then we played Real Madrid, and they showed us exactly why they are the kings of Europe. So, I don't really have high expectations this season. But touching on Tomori, like you said, this will be a great homecoming for him, coming to Stamford Bridge to play, and there's so many Chelsea fans are behind him, so it'll be an interesting atmosphere for him.
It's just, as a Birmingham City fan, someone being disappointed with the Champions League quarter-final, it just shows the expectations between football, doesn't it? But that's football for you. Right, the final team is Group G: Manchester City, Seville, Borussia Dortmund, Copenhagen. Manchester City, Champions League, we've talked about, is there a voodoo, is there a curse? Pep Guardiola, they were so close last season against Real Madrid, coming down to Jack Grealish getting up at the other end of the pitch, nearly scoring, and then those two late goals that just sended everything into chaos. The one thing that was mentioned last year was the striker, was Erling Haaland. He's in Manchester City, he's scoring, and Danny's going to go up against his former side already, isn't he?
Yeah, good group for Manchester City. None of those teams are really the force in their own country. They're not the top side in their country. So I think Manchester City, obviously Copenhagen are the top team in their country, but Sevilla and Dortmund aren't. I think Manchester City will be very happy with that draw. Haaland obviously creates a nice narrative going back to his old team. Scored a lot of Champions League goals already in his career. Even for Salzburg, he had an excellent record. He's someone who will be looking at a goal record, I think, in 10 years and thinking, can I become the top scorer in Champions League history? So I think his lips at that group and thinking I can get some goals there. But yeah, Man City are the ones for me that they should win it this year. That's a stupid thing to say. They should win it, but they've got all the players to do it now. The missing piece in the jigsaw is there, both in terms of the Champions League, and they didn't really have a missing piece in the Premier League because they won it anyway. But you feel like with the striker last season, they'd have beat Real Madrid, they'd have seen them off in that first leg. They created so many chances, so many clear-cut chances in the home leg in that game. If they'd have had someone there to finish, they'd have dispatched Real Madrid quite easily and gone on to the final against Liverpool. So, yeah, this has got to be Manchester City's time now, I think.
Is the best thing, Anita, for Pep and Manchester City with that group, and we've sort of maybe spoke about the quality of it, is get it done early, and then that gives you more options for the league and for the players as well?
100%, because we've seen when Manchester City have been faced up with injuries. Don't get me wrong, Manchester City's second team versus their first team is still the same kind of quality you see, but it will also give Haaland kind of that chance to rest if they are able to kind of like kill it off within the first set of games in this group. Because one thing you don't want to see is Erling Haaland injured. We've seen it in seasons before. He has an injury, I wouldn't say issue, but he's had his fair share of injuries, and you need to be able to rotate your players, especially with the amount of games coming up as well, with the World Cup coming up also. Yeah. So yeah, this is a dream for Manchester City, and I think Pep Guardiola is probably looking forward to that round of 16, who they could possibly get there, and he will go from there.
I just want to see Jude Bellingham do some magic at the Etihad. I think he was robbed of a goal.
He was.
And I'm not bitter, but it has stayed with me for the rest of my life.
Dortmund's your second team.
Yeah, it's all I've got, Dan. I've got nothing. So Jude and Dortmund's all I've got. So I'll be backing them for second place.
Dortmund to win the champs.
I wouldn't go that far. I've not lost my head
Got to
just
back
yet.
your team.
Yeah. Thought maybe Blues to win it one day, hey? No, that's gone too far. Right, Man City to go through. English teams to do well. Who do we think is going to go the furthest? I've said Man City to get to the final.
I
agree. Anita,
Man
same?
City to get to the final and probably Liverpool to get to the semis. That's what I think.
Full house with Man City then, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.